guys have been doing some research, you're getting ready to publish an ebook. Tell me a little about where you think from where we've come in 2019 to where we're going in 2020.
Sure, I mean, I think kind of what we're seeing, obviously, that we've had the whole ratings rebellion and the whole shift towards impressions, which has been great. And I think that's great, but I think there's still a long way to go for the industry. And I think that's really about looking at the other side of the coin. You know, it's fine to see who watched the advert, but who did something, I think, is the next part of it. And what we've been seeing, obviously, been a large trend in D2C already to look at performance and proof of performance. We're now seeing on a global basis both agencies and media owners now helping brands really understand how TV worked for them. So I think it's about moving not just from impressions, but to actually performance as well.
And do you think that brands are receptive and open to shift dollars in the direction when there's sort of evidence-based kind of value or performance metrics attached to it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we've seen, there's this argument between performance and brand. I think both are important, but I think for a long time it's all been about brand. And I think TV's struggled against the digital threats from Facebook and Google by not having proof of performance. Where you can prove performance, what we've seen with our customers is that once they know it works, they'll pour money down that marketing funnel. So we've seen dramatic changes in shift in budget once you can prove it works.
And what role does OTT play? I mean, it's television, right? But it's served over IP. What role does that in creating a proof point or sort of being a weather vane directionally for television, linear TV to become more bullish?
Yeah, so I think OTT's interesting in a number of areas. One is that we're going to see an explosion. Now, obviously, the growth already has been pretty big. You have, I think, the latest Magna report says, kind of 29% of viewing is on OTT, but only 3% of the budget is actually currently on OTT. So what we're seeing is a big shift in our advertisers, seeing that they recognize that when they use OTT, it works. They get better response rates, obviously they know who they're targeting. So I think kind of the performance angle is already there. And I think what we're also seeing is that then incremental reach that you get from that audience that isn't currently watching TV through a linear or broadcast fashion. So I think it touches on a number of things. I think it's super exciting, and I think the growth in 2020 will be significant. We're already seeing some of our brands go from a test and learn strategy in 2019 to moving kind of from 10-15% of the budget to 30-40-50% of their budgets moving towards OTT. So big changes coming, I think, within the next 12 months.
So we're here in London at the Future of TV conference, and tell me, is there anything that resonated or interesting you've heard of the first half of the first day that's meaningful to you? Left an impression.
There was a great quote earlier which we fully subscribe to, which is, kind of, someone said, they were talking to a senior CMO and saying, stop, don't bring me big data, bring me little data. And I think that's so important. I think for too long we've been talking about how big your panel is and all this data, but actually it's the insight that matters. And when can we get insights in a timely fashion, not 3 months after the fact, after we've analysed all this big data, but I need it now, I need to be able to act on it, and I need it in real time. So I think that was really interesting.